Welcome back, everyone. Some of the largest constructions and living beings on Earth have had to be moved from one place to another, and the stories behind these colossal feats are absolutely fascinating. In today's video, we're diving into the incredible history of transporting some of the world's biggest things. Stick around until the end to hear about one of the most heartwarming and jaw-dropping examples ever. Our first story takes us back to January 1997, when a week-old blue whale calf washed up on the coast of Southern California. This calf, later named JJ, was in desperate need of care. Measuring 14 feet long and weighing a staggering 757 kilograms, JJ was transported to SeaWorld in San Diego for rehabilitation. The journey? A challenging 225-kilometer trip. The team carefully loaded JJ onto a large truck, constantly pouring water on the whale to prevent dehydration during the trip. Over the next year, JJ grew to an astonishing 30 feet long and weighed a massive 9 tons. But SeaWorld had always planned to release JJ back into the ocean once the rehabilitation process was complete. Now here's the tricky part. How do you transport a 9-ton blue whale back to the ocean? The team at SeaWorld came up with a brilliant plan. First, they designed a custom-made bag that perfectly fit JJ's body. With the help of a crane, JJ was carefully lowered into the bag and placed inside a 40-foot-long truck filled with water. From there, the truck transported JJ to the nearest port, where the whale was transferred onto a 180-foot-long ship. The team then sailed out to a deep area of the Pacific Ocean to release JJ back into the water. When you think of New York City, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most people, it's the iconic Statue of Liberty. But did you know there's a fascinating story behind how Lady Liberty made her way from France to the United States? It all started in the 1860s with a French intellectual named Edouard Laboulaye. He had a bold idea to celebrate the 100th anniversary of America's independence and the strong bond between France and the United States. His vision? A massive statue symbolizing freedom and democracy. In 1867, French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi took on the challenge. After years of meticulous work, by 1884, the statue was complete. Standing at an impressive 150 feet tall, made of copper and steel, and weighing a whopping 185 tons, the Statue of Liberty was a masterpiece. But there was one big problem: how to transport this colossal statue across the Atlantic Ocean to New York. The journey from France to the U.S. was notorious for dangerous weather and rough seas. Shipping the entire statue in one piece? Impossible. Too risky. So they came up with a clever solution. The statue was dismantled into 350 separate pieces and carefully packed into large wooden crates. These crates were then loaded onto a 215-foot-long French ship called the Isère. The journey wasn't easy. Battling low-pressure systems and unpredictable waves, it took Isère a grueling 27 days to cross the Atlantic. But finally, the crates arrived safely in New York. In 2017, the McLean Engineering Group faced an extraordinary challenge: delivering a colossal heat recovery steam generator to the Suwannee Power Plant in New Jersey. Located 130 miles away, this engineering marvel couldn't be transported overland due to its sheer size, so they came up with an ingenious solution: transporting it across the Hudson River by barge. Standing 130 feet tall and weighing as much as 20 blue whales, the generator was loaded onto a 400-foot-long barge. 3 high-powered tugboats were assigned to tow the massive load safely to its destination. But the journey wasn't without challenges. Along the way, they had to navigate under large bridges with just 9 feet of clearance, a nail-biting situation that required precision and teamwork. Traveling at a cautious speed of 8 kilometers per hour, the team successfully transported the towering structure across the river. It took 36 hours of meticulous planning and execution to complete the journey. In the end, the mission was a resounding success, showcasing the incredible expertise and ingenuity of McLaren Engineering Group. The Endeavour space shuttle, a marvel of human ingenuity and one of NASA's most iconic spacecraft. Between 1992 and 2011, this engineering masterpiece successfully completed 25 missions to the International Space Station and even the Hubble telescope. But after its retirement in 2011, the real challenge began: transporting this 86-ton, 127-foot long, 78-foot wide, giant to its final home at the California Science Center in Los Angeles. Unlike its journeys through space, this 14-kilometer or 12-mile trip on Earth was anything but simple. The shuttle's massive size and weight ruled out air transport, even by the largest cargo helicopters. So the only option was to take it over land. At an eye-watering cost of nearly $10 million, the journey was carefully planned. On October 11, 2012, a route through Los Angeles was chosen, a stretch of road with minimal traffic and no towering buildings. But to make way for the shuttle, over 400 large trees along the route had to be removed. The operation required precision. 4 self-automated modular trailers were brought in to carry the shuttle. These high-tech trailers ensured the Endeavour could navigate tight turns and avoid obstacles. The actual transport began at night to minimize disruptions. And over the course of 2 days, the Endeavour inched its way through the streets of Los Angeles. Crowds gathered to watch history being made as the shuttle slowly approached its final destination.